I've been using iTerm for years and I love it, but Warp's combination of features and functionality that are great for both noobs and experts alike has me switching, and maybe it'll have you switching too. Hi, I'm Jack Herrington, a principal full-stack software engineer, and I've been using the terminal for years, and I gotta tell you, the folks at Warp have it right. It hasn't changed all that much since 1978, and it is long overdue for a refresh. So this is the Warp page. All you've got to do is just click the download button here. Unfortunately, that apple up there does mean that it's currently only available for Macintosh, and I normally don't cover Macintosh-only subjects, but this one is so good that I wanted to show it off, and hopefully they can move it over to Windows for a subsystem for Linux as well. Let's keep an eye out for that. All right, so this is the Warp terminal, and I've customized it a little bit myself to put on this sci-fi theme. I made those sci-fi themes public, and they're in a link down below. I just want to make it my own, so let's try it out. Now down here, you can see that this is the command area. This has got my current working directory, which is currently home, tilde, and I just can run some commands. For example, I can run ls. And what it does is it organizes these into blocks. So you've got the command, and then you've got the output of that command. And there's some really cool stuff that we can do around blocks. And another cool thing about Warp is that this command entry section down here is just a basic text editor. You can go and use the mouse, make selections, do block selections, all that sort of stuff. You can even go and run multiple commands within the same block. I'll run ls and df together. And there you go, pretty cool. But let me show you one of the features that I think is so neat about this. So I'm going to go into my projects directory, and then from there, I'm going to do this command P, and from there, I'm going to bring up the AI command search, the first one on the list. And let's say that I need to figure out all of the versions of React query in all my projects, but I don't know the command to do that. And maybe I'm going to write a program to do that. But you know what? I'm going to give it a try here, see if AI command search can actually give me a command that can do this. So what do I need to do? Well, first I need to find all of the package.json files. And within those, search for React query. Let's see. Hit enter. Cool. It's come up with a suggested command. Let's input that. And I think this is going to work. So we're going to run the find command. We're going to find any package.json files. And then we're going to execute on that the grep command, which is the search command. We're going to look for React query. And then the rest of this, actually, I don't know. I'm not a grep expert, but whatever. Here we go. So enter. And there we go. So how cool is that? You basically have an expert in the shell at your fingertips at any time. And it's going to show you how to get the most out of your Unix shell commands. Another really cool thing here now is that now we have this block. We can bring up this context menu, and I can show you all the commands associated with it. You can copy the command. You can copy the output. You can even do this really cool thing of creating a permalink. And what I can do with that is I can hit this create and copy link, and then I can go over to my browser, hit paste, and now I've got something that I can share with any other developer on the team. And if you've experienced copying large pieces of code into something like Slack or Teams, you know that copying a big output can be really a pain in the butt. So this is huge. I'm really a big fan of this particular feature. All right, so let's go back to the terminal and I'll show you some more cool things. So another cool thing we can do is around workflow. So I'm going to do Command R, and this allows me to go and search through my command history. That alone is very, very cool. I can just kind of do that interactively, or I can just start typing. That's really, and look how snappy this thing is. This is actually written in Rust, and so it's just super fast. So let me go over here into workflows, and this is a set of workflows that they've built for us. And this is just really nice. So let's say I want something around file manipulation or Git, for example. If you're having trouble remembering all of the Git commands, this is just so nice for that. So let's click on one of these, like for example, this create a new remote branch. Awesome. And you can see that we got these replacement sections in here. So I could say foobar here, and it replaces the text in both locations simultaneously. And then I do Shift Tab, go over here to the remote name, put in whatever I need for the remote name, and away I go. How cool is that? And if you want to go and create your own, that's really easy too. All you do is just go into the .warp directory, under workflows, and you can see that it's hinting me all along the way here. I can go in my create branch. You can see how well it runs things like VI. It's just a great fast terminal. But here, all you need to do is say, I want to create a branch. This is the command that I want. There's a handlebar syntax for the arguments that I want, and it's going to handle all that stuff for you. And of course, if you wanted to share that with other members of the team, you just make a Git repository out of your .warp directory, and you can share it around just like I did with my themes. So you want to see that in action? Let's do Control R again, go over into the workflows, or I could do Command P, type in workflows, and go directly there. And now under my workflow, we got create a branch, and that's all it takes. Really nice. Another really cool feature of Warp is around command hinting. So let's do ls and then dash. Dash is how you prefix any option in Unix. So I don't know what those options are. So let me hit tab, and that's going to bring up a list in place of all of the different commands for ls. Sort files by size. I didn't even know that was a thing. Cool. Let's try again. Okay, there you go. And nice. Okay. So a really nice way to learn more about all of the different commands. And there's hundreds of commands that they have in that dictionary. Unfortunately, it's missing one of the really cool contextual hinting features that is in Fig. For example, I'm over here in one of my node directories and I do yarn add, and now I can type in React and I automatically get hinting based on what's in this yarn. Wouldn't it be awesome if this feature were in Warp as well? Cool thing is that I actually don't lose this feature. I use iTerm inside of VS Code, and so that's there for me. I just get two different terminals in different locations, which honestly is fine. All right, let's head back to Warp and I'll show you a little bit more about how I did this theme here. So let me bring up my .warp themes directory and then go into Blade Runner 2 YAML. So all you need to do is specify the background image and an opacity that you want on that, and then the colors. But I'm not an artist, so where did I get these colors? Well, I just copied them from some of the existing themes that they provided in GitHub. So all you gotta do is just click on a file and you get some colors, and you just kind of mix and match and find the ones that work well for your particular image on the screen. Find a nice contrasty color and away you go. Of course, again, I've got all these sci-fi themes available to you in the GitHub link down below. All right, there you go. Some really cool stuff inside of Warp, but they're not done yet. So let's scroll down here and I'll show you what they have coming up. They've got an interesting documentation integration. Could be cool. And then if you're into pair programming, they've got terminal sharing. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan myself, but I'm willing to give it a try. Let's see how it goes. All right, so if you're on a Macintosh, I certainly recommend checking out Warp. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that quick look into the world of Warp. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you really like the video, hit the subscribe button and click on that bell and you'll be notified the next time a new blue collar coder comes out.